What's going on YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions video, and in today's video, finally we have our first raid in Global. I'm going to do everything I can to give you guys a guide on it, show you guys what it's all about, are the rewards worth it, and how to best maximize your results. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so as for the raid, first off, we need to know how to spawn it. So it's not just something you can go in and fight over and over and over again. It is going to spawn just like, let's say, a Whimsy Shop or a Chocobo Rush would be in the game. And it looks like it's much more often than the other two I just talked about. Maybe somewhere around 40 to 60 energy spent is what it seems like on average for me. And as I'm playing the game, it'll just pop up and say, hey, your raid is ready. And then you can go to the main menu here, and in the top left, you'll see raid is active, and you can click that. There is a time limit to how long the raid will stay active before it goes away. You can see for me right now, it's 11 hours and 44 minutes since I spawned this, so it's a pretty long time. And the main goal of your raid is to defeat your raid boss, get the rewards, and the raid boss will level up and get stronger. So you can see right now I've gotten mine up to level 7, and I have, you can see his HP is up to 7,030. If we go into this raid fight and we lose, you can still go back in and keep fighting the boss to kill it off, but it is going to cost you some of these raid orbs. So the raid orbs is a whole nother thing besides the energy you need to spend to spawn the raid boss to be able to do it. First try on every new raid boss or every new level, it seems like to me, like if I went to challenge this guy right now, it would say it's free for the first try. So it really kind of saves you on your raid orbs here as you're trying to go in and do it, right? Because if you can one-shot the boss all the way up, because eventually we're going to have some trouble, right? We can't just be, one turning, or not one turning, but excuse me, but one attempting every one of these raid bosses unless you have a really bunch of strong friends to help you out. So eventually we will have to use these raid orbs, go back in and fight the boss. And slowly take the HP down till we kill it off. A couple of things I want to point out. Your raid boss will only increase if you are the host of the raid. If you would go to reinforcements here, and the reinforcements tab is where you can go. It's kind of like the multiplayer aspect. You can go fight other people's raid bosses, right? If you do that, your raid boss will not increase in level, so it's very important to always be focusing on yours, and then when you're out of options for yours, maybe go help with reinforcements. Again, the reinforcements page here, if you guys remember when multiplayer was first a thing, this is the Wild Wild West. I've tried clicking on challenging all of these different ones, and it's like, the room's full, and the room is full. If you go to quick search down here, you can set up some different kind of things you're looking for. If you're looking for a little bit of a tougher raid to fight, if you're looking for just your friends or your guild members, this is how you can do that. To maybe you're looking to fight, help out a guild member or a friend, do it. That's how you're going to be able to find their specific raid boss here, which is the Chocolate Flan, which is incredible because it is like the Valentine's Day thing. But anyway, so let's look at the rewards. So looking at the rewards, you guys are going to be able to fight this boss either solo, meaning you take 4 of your units in. You can do 2-player, meaning that you take 2 and your friend or somebody that's reinforcing you, your helper, is going to take 2 players in. Or you can all take 1 player in like normal multiplayer, or 1 unit in, excuse me, like normal multiplayer, and it's 4 players, and you go in and you wreck the boss. And essentially this is normally the way to go when the boss starts getting really tough, right? Because when you start getting those higher levels, the boss is going to be tougher to kill off. But if all 4 of you are using your absolute best unit that you can, it's going to be great for you because that's all these strong units with strong vision cards, equipment, instead of you trying to put together, your best 4, where some of them may not be as strong as maybe your friends would be. So kind of similar to chaining in FFBE, where if you didn't have the equipment or the ability to level up in 2 of your own chainers, taking a friend chainer can always help carry you and get the job done. And if you look at the rewards here, guys, you are going to get a raid coin, and you're going to get some gil. And if you do the, we can look here at the 4-player is 30. We're just going by level 1. 25 here for level 1 to 10. And then we have 20. So the game does want to reward you for playing multiplayer just by a little bit. The smallest of margins. But again, you want to be focusing on your own. So as long as you're spotting your own and they're coming to reinforce you, you're good. Your flan is going to level up. Looking at the participation rewards, again, there's going to be 2 different things that really happen here. You have challenger rewards, participation rewards, and victory rewards. This all happens as you're fighting the boss. So there's like drops that happen after you kill, like after you run the boss once. So that's just in case like you don't kill the boss. Let's say we go in and the boss goes down to here. We're still going to get a little bit of rewards because we participated fighting the boss, right? But we also get a victory reward, and you claim those after you kill the boss. And I'll show this more off as we do it, but this is going to be when you actually finish the boss off. You're going to be able to click claim rewards, and you're going to be able to get these. You can see that you're getting some kind of crafting materials and things like that. That's because with raids in this game, there are UR gear to get your hands on. And I'm going to show that off and what exactly that can be for you. But essentially, you guys are going to be farming this bad boy up, trying to get as many of these raid coins as you can. And we'll look at the Mog Shop as well to trade into the Mog Shop, get some of these UR ring recipes, and then get these awesome rewards. There's also a ton of other rewards in the Mog Shop to get. And then at the very end of the raid, depending on how high you got your raid, how high you ranked, you will be getting some rewards here, which is some Visior, some Chocolate Flan coins, and then you also get some hammers to help you guys out with your overall equipment. So that's pretty much how the raid works. Essentially, you want to be in here farming this. You're going to be farming your normal stuff, and then randomly it's going to pop this up every 40 to 60 energy, and you can let it sit there, or you can go in and fight it immediately. And I would suggest going and fighting it immediately. They're pretty easy at the very beginning anyway, so you kind of want to get this thing leveled up. So when you do have to start spending your raid orbs, because you can't kill it in one attempt with that free attempt, you can go in and just kind of like zerg it down slowly as you would need to. Another thing I want to point out is when you're autoing, it will pop up and be like, hey, a raid has appeared. But the problem with that is then it will skip over it. So it's good. It's a problem. It's not a problem, right? If you're not paying attention, the raid is there for 11 hours, right? So it's not like you're going to miss out on it like the Whimsy Shop or something. So it's not stopping you from your auto farm. So that's one of the things I was worried about, is a raid would pop up. Maybe you're auto farming and then it just stops your auto farm, kind of like it did with the Whimsy Shop before. Some of us wish the Whimsy Shop would still stop, or at least we had an option to do that. But for the raid, it will show up and then it will go away and you can go challenge it after. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Mog Shop and what it has to offer. And then we're going to get into actually fighting the Flan and some of the strategies around beating it. Alright guys, so looking at the shop, you can see the first thing we see is that Alexandrite ring crafting recipe, and you're going to need 32 like we talked about if you want to +5 this bad boy. Now, what does this ring do for you? Why is it good? Why should you be farming it? First off, it's a UR accessory. We don't have a lot of those in the game. Second off, even at tier 0, so at tier 0, this is going to be kind of like a special item, and you're going to see more of those pop up. At tier 0, it's going to have a special ability that you guys can use either way, and it's going to be increases all elemental resist by 5%. If you 5-star this thing out, from 1 to 4, it goes 1 to 3%. If you 5-star it out without even tiering it up, right? So we're going to call it tiers as the pluses, and stars is awakening it, right? If you awaken this bad boy at tier 0 to 5 stars, it is adding elemental resist 5%, all to your character. That means you're taking 5% less damage from all elements. It is absolutely amazing. It can also roll vital, aim, or critical. And I think you really should be going critical, and it's one of the reasons, again, why Assault seems like the best on weapons in most cases, because the critical ring will give you 15 crit rate, 10 accuracy. The aim ring will give you 20 accuracy and 3 crit, and you're going to be able to get a lot of crit from this. So let's add that up together. If you're rolling critical and you're getting it to 5-star, you're getting 5% elemental resist along with 15 crit and 10 accuracy. It gives you 2 evade, but I'm sure you're going to get better evade from somewhere else. Now, let's say you want to plus it up. So you can make a bunch of zeros, 5-star them out with the accessory awakening books, and the ring is phenomenal on its own that way. Now, let's say you want to farm it up a little bit. Let's say you want to put a little bit more investment into it. Going from tier 0 to tier 5, +5, is going to give you increased accuracy 20. So you're going to get so much accuracy from this as well, plus the 5% elemental resist, plus the 15 if you roll critical on it, which is what I plan to do with it. It is a phenomenal item. Like, think about all that you get. I mean, you guys should definitely be farming this raid for this, and as the raids come out, you should be getting more UR gear from them. This is the main selling point of the raid. Getting an awesome piece of equipment that you guys can farm and get your hands on. But as you can see, with the crafting recipes, they cost 2,000, so they're pretty expensive. So you're really going to have to decide how much you want to farm, how long you're going to be farming, how high up you think you can get the boss. And then you can go in and farm these Alexandrite ring crafting recipes. I have a hard time saying Alexandrite. Moving on, we have Rainbow Fragments of Thought. Of course, you want to pick those up. Rainbow Vision Spheres, get those. The Admirer's Rivalry, which is a great art on a Vision card. The card isn't that good. If we're talking about the 2 new cards that came into Valentine's Day or whatever, because this event was in Valentine's Day in JP. But for us, it's just, hey, in the middle of June, here it is. So, the one that has Ketone on it is great because it has a luck stat for all party members, and that's going to be good for your evade comps. A very important pivotal point in your evade comps, to be honest. But this card right here is not good, so don't pick up those shards, in my opinion. Next up, you're just going to scroll down and get what you want, right? Whatever you need. It's kind of like, just like, again, the June Lucia event, you want to make sure you're farming up and getting what you need, but prioritizing these top 3 options 100%, and from there you guys can get these prisms, these fragments of thought. Maybe you guys didn't farm enough secret refinement books, you may need that, and you are going to need some of Joyful Heart, Bone Chips, Void Mega Crisp. You are going to need to farm those as well to be able to craft your rings, but you do get those from the raid, so it's really going to have to depend on how much you want to farm. So that's the King Mod Shop. Let's actually just get in there and fight the raid finally. I can show you guys how it works with on-hand, experience, and show you guys how it is. All right, guys, so we're sitting here about to do a story quest. I wanted to show you guys, it spawn in, so we're going to go ahead and use 60 energy, use skip tickets, and hopefully get this thing to proc right here. Get some nice rewards, etc. Hit next. Complete quest, and there it is. Raid boss has appeared. So that's what you'll get. It'll go to this. If you're auto farming, it'll show this and then completely cut you out and keep auto farming, okay? So you'll have to go back and fight the Flan. You'll have to stop your auto farm to be able to go fight it. The Flan will not stop, like I said, your auto farm from before. You can see you have 12 hours to kill the boss. You can see it's a little bit longer because I started a new one here to show you guys. So we're going to hit challenge now. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you guys how exactly this works. So I'm going to hit challenge, and this is where, hit challenge again, this is where you're going to be able to pick which challenge system you want to do. Do you want to use all 4 of your units? Do you want to use 2 of your units, and then 2 of a friend's units? Or do you want to use 4 different players with 4 different units of their own? It's up to you which one you want to do. For today's video, I'm just going to go ahead and click 2 players, and I'm just going to fight the boss on my own with my 2 units. We're going to go ahead and go in here. I'm not going to wait for somebody. It's fine. I just want to show this off. The boss is Earth element, okay? So it's going to be weak to wind. It is also weak to... It's strong against, like, slash attack, but it's weak against shoot damage and then magic damage. So taking somebody in like Medina, Lucia was made for this fight. She's going to be the best option. It is Earth element, so it'll be a little bit resist to Frederica's lightning damage, but at the same time, less, it has resist down to shooting damage. So that's going to be a big thing here. So we're just going to go in and bark anyway. We're fine. I think our 2 units can take it on. And this is only because it's super easy early fight, right? You'll see how this works out. We'll go ahead and head into this fight here and show you guys how it's done. There'll be a little bit of enemies on the side. You can see all this chocolate stuff. Wouldn't this have been great if it was on Valentine's Day? It might be a little bit confusing to you, but that's what this whole event was when it came out in JP. Honestly, in the beginning, you guys are just going to fly through this, I feel like, with flying colors. The Rangers are just going to do an incredible job of doing damage and chaining and keeping their distance. Oh, we get the butterfly steam going on in here. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've seen that in a while. Well, yeah, he got beat up a little bit. The little sharpshoot action almost gone, and because the Flan is pretty slow, we took it down easy mode. Now, it's not always going to be that easy, right? Eventually, we are going to have to, we're going to have to try to get our chain going. When we get up there to level 50s, level 70s, stuff like that, it is going to be a time for a lot of people. You are going to have to just accept that maybe it's going to take you a little while to beat these bosses, or you're going to have to wait, and maybe you won't be able to get as high as you want right now, because not everybody is as high up as, somebody like me who wells out a little bit. So looking at the victory here, we have some victory points, total victory points 440, and then we also have the claim rewards. And you did see after we killed the Flan, we got a little bit of rewards inside, and now we can claim the victory rewards here. If we didn't kill the boss, we would not be able to claim these rewards until the raid boss was down. So that's the difference there between like the participation reward and then also the victory reward. So clicking on the victory reward, we got some more of the currency, some of the things we need to craft, and then we also got some gil. It's a little bit of gil. I mean, it's laughable a little bit of gil, but that's how that is. So guys, that is essentially how the raid boss works. So you can see also that I did not spend one of my orbs, my raid orbs, because it was my first time going in, first try, I was good to go. You guys, again, can try to do this reinforced thing if you end up running out of orbs and try to help other people fight to farm off the currency, but it's tough because, like I said, they just keep disappearing instantly when I try to click on them. It's a fun little system, and I'm very excited to see how this goes moving forward. How challenging it's going to get as we go towards the top. That ring is definitely worth farming for sure. And before we sign off with this video, guys, and I hope it was enough to make you guys explain how raids work, we're going to do our free summon, because yes, we did get another free summon with this this little update here with the new vision card. So what we're hoping for here, in my opinion, I just want another Lucia, a Tetrasylphid, a Shiva. Anything that is rainbow would be excellent. Turn it. Nope, did not turn it. Okay. And it's looking pretty grim here. We're gonna go ahead and just do a massive skip on that one and see if anything happens behind the scenes. No, sadly, a free pull sometime is gonna look like a free pull. That's exactly what this pull looked like. Definitely a free pull. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you're enjoying the raid and how high you think you can take that raid boss. Subscribe for future content. Follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ClaicYuzolt, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.